What's going on, YouTube? So today we're going to be changing the alternator on this 2012 to 2015 Honda Civic Si. Let's go. All right, first thing you want to do is disconnect the negative terminal on the battery. All right, so after that we're going to go ahead and disconnect our cables to the alternator. I don't know if it's an 8 or a 10 down there. Let's go find out. I have to pull this one loose here. There we go, got that one. So I ended up moving the PCV hose here. Now I ended up having to remove this little clip down here off this bracket that's got the wires on here. Get that out the way right quick. Yeah, so unless you have a socket and a wrench that'll go through there that's small enough, which my 1/4 inch won't even make it. Look like on this car, you're gonna have to remove this whole plinth right here, intake plinth. So I'm going to get ready to take all this stuff apart.
Alright guys, so now I just think it's really funny how I gotta remove so many things just to get to a bolt, which I thought about removing the bolts from the alternator first, which I think that's the way to do it, and then pull the alternator kind of semi out and then break the nut on this. But you know what, since I like taking stuff apart, I went on ahead and did it this way.
Got the nut off here, got the wire off, no washer behind it. It's a good thing.
So we need a 14 to put on the tensioner here to relieve the tension off the belt. But it's such a tight fit down here. My wrench won't get down there, and to put a swivel head ratchet wrench on there, it kind of makes it it makes it slip off the nut, the bolt. So I'm gonna end up just kind of taking the 2 bolts out of this brake system thingamajig and moving it to the side of it.
All right, see, now that I got a little room here, I was able to move this thing kind of back in order to get this here on here to relieve pressure off the tensioner. Go ahead and break that now.
Just gonna take it from the alternator.
All right, so real quick on the alternator, you're gonna have 2 bolts at the bottom. Oh, sorry, you got it backwards. You're gonna have 2 bolts at the bottom here and 1 bolt at the top. I'm not gonna break the top one first. I'm gonna go ahead and tackle the 2 bottom ones and get them out, and then I'll tackle this top one. And these bolts are 12 mils. Get down here right quick, tackle one of these harder ones, and I get the next one, then I get the top one last. When I say it's tight down here, man, I mean it is tight. I got one of them bolts out. I'm gonna tackle this other one. Like I said, don't even break that top one, because if you break the top one, then the alternator gonna be loosey-goosey on you, and then it's gonna apply a lot of pressure onto the bottom bolts, which are the hardest bolts. Whew. It's tough getting them out. Let me tell you that. It's tough getting them out. I'm gonna tackle this top one here.
I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I think it's easier, me personally, I think it was easier to remove this plenum, because I think I'm gonna end up coming out with it this way. It's so tight over here, it's not even funny. On these newer cars, you sure gotta take a lot of stuff loose just to get to one part. So,
all right, put this one here. Here's that. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna pull this thing up out of here.
I prefer to go this route without having to take nothing else loose. Trying to turn it. But you know what? I'm gonna remove this.
All right, mates. Let's see if we can have any better luck getting this thing out of here.
You know what? Any little thing count. Let me remove this little joker. Remove this bracket. I saw this stuff before.
I'm gonna fight to get this thing in here. I'm not finna film all this, but I'm gonna get it in there. It's probably easier to get in than getting out anyway. All right, now I finally got it seated in there. I'm gonna get one of these bolts started.
Make sure I'm lined up, do it down there. I gotta turn it a little bit. There we go. I'll get the other one started.
So I'm gonna get ready to hook up my cables and my lines back up. It won't be a bad idea to spray a little bit of this on here. You got it. I usually put some of that on my battery terminals.
All right, good people. Now I got my clips on. I got everything back on. All the clips. Make sure you put your clips on too. Your clip, that one clip that came off the alternator on. I'm going to put the belt back on. And definitely make sure it's on everything. Alright. Looks good. There we go. That's it, y'all. Change the alternator. Now I'm just going to put all this back on. If you want to know how many nuts and bolts I took off 2 nuts on the top, and it was 1 at the very bottom under the throttle body here. So it was 4 bolts, 2 nuts, and I just removed all this, moved it to the side. But that's it, y'all.
All right, guys, and I got everything back together. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a start.
Check it out.
Before I was getting like 13.7 or 13.8. I wish I would have did a before test. All right, guys, that concludes the video on the how to install a alternator on the 9th gen Honda Civic Si. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Do like, comment, and subscribe. It was pretty easy, you know, even though I had to remove a couple things that I didn't want to remove, like that intake plenum, but it wasn't too hard to remove. So anyway, I hope you guys liked it again, and I have more content coming out. And as always, I'm out.